Welcome to tonight's press conference. Coach Dean, what's your thought on the game, please?
Well, first, congratulations to all Coach Moores, the Antwerp team and organization, and best of luck in the final. I think really the two teams that have been playing the best basketball, at least up to this point, especially the last few months with Antwerp, are Ostend and Antwerp, for the moment, and probably the two deserving teams in the final. We did everything I thought we could as far as getting to that. Winning and advancing, we had our opportunities. We I think had them thinking about it, up by 13 at one point. But when you get out rebounded by 20 rebounds and you shoot under 40% from 2 points range, you have three guys that shoot over 50% from 2 points. It's difficult to win by 15 points, or 14 or 13 points. What kept us in the game clearly was our defense. We've been playing the best defense, even though we've lost some games this month that we've played that I can remember since I've been in Aalst. We're very tough defensively. We had one bad quarter in the last two games. That was the fourth quarter in Aalst against Antwerp, and otherwise I think we played excellent defense. Of course, the first game, not counting the first game in Antwerp, we were terrible that game. But since then. But we have to have more than, we have to have somebody from our perimeter step up and score for us consistently. If John and Ian Hanneman, who's, Ian's 35, going on, his body's, I don't know how old his body is, but he's 35 years old. And he's been through the wars, and he was out there, and if those two guys, if you score 75 points and they score 38 of them, that's another not a good signal, as far as trying to win by more than 10 points. But I have to say they fought all the way through. Strong of Antwerp to come back when they were down 13. I mean, I'm thinking about it. They made some big shots to make sure they advanced, and we couldn't do it. I also want to compliment Naeem El-Kouchar. I thought he played probably his best game of the year, both defensively, controlling the tempo, and especially when the Andersons weren't in the game at all. I thought he played very well. Vinny Castlewood also gave us some very good minutes.
The fall from John was a great point in the game.
The flopping foul, or the non-flopping foul, whatever that was. That's the second game in a row that has happened. Every time that we seem to do that, we get called for a technical. But I'm not going to complain about that. That happens. It's no big deal. A turning point a little bit. I think also he gets tired. He gets kind of worn down, and I wasn't really getting much out of our other big guys. Every time I took him off the court, we had real problems. So I had to try to max his minutes out. And there was no tomorrow in the cup, so you go after it. I played guys with 4 fouls. John played almost, I think, the whole fourth quarter with 4 fouls. It sure has an effect, but I think also the fatigue. He got tired. He needs more. We need to get him off the court more than we did.
Too much players, too much garbage, and too much guys who didn't bring anything.
I don't want to say garbage about my players, but yeah, as far as you have to step up when you play in a game like this. And I just think the first game, again, we had kind of a very poor start, very poor first quarter in Aalst. And then we chased that and we got that lead, but we lose so much energy. And we had good second quarters in both games. But to sustain that, to keep that level, you need a lot of contributions from a lot of different people. And we shot under 40% on Friday from twos. We shot under 40% from this game. So it's clearly our offense is clogging. But in a normal situation, if your team isn't ready to play and is not playing hard, you're going to lose this game by 20 points. If you get out rebounded by 20 and you're shooting under 40%, you're going to get beat by it. But they kept fighting and missing shots. We were running back on defense. We were putting pressure on the ball. We were competing. And finally, as a coach, guys have bad days, but the main thing you can focus on is did they bring energy, and I thought they brought energy. But you're right, to win, energy at this level is not enough. You have to have quality, too, of play, and some guys didn't have it today.
Coach Moores, congratulations. What's your thought on the game, please?
Thank you. First, congratulations on Aalst for winning this game. Of course, I'm very happy with qualification for the finals. I think the guys stepped out of the locker room the right way. We had a good first quarter. But like coach said, I think all the credit to Aalst. They kept fighting because they were down 10 at the moment. They kept fighting, they kept playing. And second quarter, they stepped up. Defensively, they put pressure. They took away reverse passes. And we step away from the pressure. It's not the first time. We step away from the pressure. We start playing at half court practically, throwing lateral passes into their hands. And we knew turnovers and offensive rebounds were a key. I think the rebound we dominated. That's perfect. Turnovers, we did a bad job. And it's not the first time that it happens. When teams pressure you, I want my guys to attack. I want them to be aggressive, to play confident, and they didn't do it. They stepped away from the pressure, resulting in more pressure. The credit I have to give them is that they stepped back from, let's say, a 13-point deficit, and they still fought back to win these 2 games, and that's a positive today.
Thank you, Coach. Gentlemen, do you have any questions?
Yes, Coach Ruler, what does it mean for you? First time coach, a couple months and already in the cup final.
I take it day by day. That's how I started. I stepped in this job a little bit by surprise, not knowing if I was gonna continue after the 2 first games. And from there on, I took it game by game, and I will keep doing it. Of course, I enjoy it. When you win, you enjoy it, but I know there's gonna be some other days, and you always have to stay. You always have to stay modest. You always have to stay calm. I was like that as a player. Of course, as a player, you have your emotions on the court. It's different adrenaline, but I'm still focused on the everyday job because there's a lot of things that has to be better.
You want some titles and caps which are never won a prize for the Antwerp. I know you're with you are very frustrated about it. Maybe it's not turning out to you.
Every opportunity you get, you have to take it. But then you have to seize the moment and you have to play. Everybody has to know how big this game is. And there you see, I played with the guy, Ian Hanovan, and you see he realizes the importance of this game. I know how bad his body is, and still he steps up trying to pull them through. And we need that from everybody as well. It's big games, you don't have them every year, you have to seize that moment.
In that fourth quarter, you turned from Langdon to guard Okapi.
Of course, Brad Waldo, he did a good job first half. The second half, he was getting beat too easy. So I took the option to go with Kevin. I think he did a very decent job. We all know that Tofi is the most dominant inside player when you talk about inside moves. So yeah, that's a choice.
Any more questions, gentlemen? Thank you.